6.
That's 6 by my count.
Yeah, and then I believe we had planned one with an audience, but that never came to fruition for various reasons.
Yes, exactly. So we had 6 completed episodes, and basically the format was this. We'd have a host, either yourself or myself, and we'd interview the individuals who appeared about what they were doing at the school and about certain topics that they were interested in, and
other than women or men.
And you know, there was a lot of comedy. There was some dancing,
where I actually hyperextended my knee, no less.
No, this was physical comedy.
Our friend who's about ready to show up, let's quickly run through his stuff. Our friend's name is Casey Corey, who you'll be hearing from in the next 2 episodes. Funny guy, really nice, sweet guy, but we do have to give you a couple of fair warning stories to kind of give you an idea of what to gauge with as far as when you're hearing him. So in case it doesn't sound coherent, there's a reason for it.
Basically this. And again, I want to second everything Nate said about Casey being a great guy. I mean, there's just certainly nothing that we say is meant in ill humor. And we certainly would never, we're not here, you know. Hey, we all have our eccentricities, right?
Absolutely. We just take them, exaggerate them to the point, a la Rickles, that we sound like we're shredding people, but we're not. We're just having some fun. So
it's a friendly ribbing in this case.
Yeah, so to speak.
Yeah.
So we had gone to the Church Street Tavern to get a lunch during the production of Burlington College Presents, the TV show that was canceled several times, and so it became kind of our standard place to go every now and again. And during one such outing, the president of the college, Jane O'Meara Sanders, who you'll hear about in later podcasts, and later on in this one perhaps, and others in this series, was doing some things that not everybody agreed with, especially myself, and I believe you at that point.
Yes, that would be correct.
So our friend Casey was defending her on some undefendable points, or so we thought. So when the bill came around, pick it up from there, what happened?
All right. Well, the funny thing about our stops at the tavern were that it seemed impossible for them to divide the bill amongst the 3 of us with any accuracy at all. So we all...
Cash, credit cards, whatever.
Yeah, it became a real ordeal because for some reason it was just too difficult for them to comprehend.
It was a bigger production number than anything you'll see in Mamma Mia or Mel Brooks's The Inquisition.
It's very, very, very true. Well, what happened was that...
we had cash. You and I were paying cash. And our friend who just walked in, and we'll introduce him momentarily on the next podcast. But we did do the cash and card.
Okay,
and
so 2 cash.
Yeah, 2 cash, 1 card. And there was a lovely little mishap where we said, okay, here's a 20 in cash, and I think it was like a $5-10 deficit for whatever the reason. And so the woman came back and said, whoever's paying cash is always short. Do you want me to just put the rest on the card? Now, the bill was approximately $100. It was slightly under, but for the sake of an argument, let's round up.
Sure.
$5.
Sure.
So, you want to take it from there?
There was a large remaining amount that was owed, and the waitress came over and asked, do you want me to put the remainder of what's owed on this card. Nate and I looked at each other.
Yeah. Well, actually, what had happened was we looked at each other, and Mike, goes, like, and what do you want to do, Nate? And I looked at it because we were the ones paying cash, and Casey said, yeah, oh yeah, I'll pick up the tax, the tip this time. I said, okay. So we just looked at it, and what do you want to do? So I said, yeah, it's about right, go ahead. Which, for some reason or another, just struck you in a funny way.
It still does. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Sent you over the deep end there, like you were about ready to fall over laughing. And you even, I think, said at that point, I don't mean to laugh, Casey, because Casey was talking. Sorry, by the way, that we're talking about you behind your back. What you?
Hello there, sir.
Top of the morning.
Beer?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll finish up the story, and then we'll get him a beer and get situated. So, so the young lady had said, what do you want to do? And I said, yeah, it's about right. It sent you over the edge. And you said, well, I don't mean to laugh, but Nate just said the best line in the history of paying bills knowing it was incorrect. It just sent us all into a bit of hysterics. And it was almost worth it to see the expression on your face, too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was, and if anyone is wondering why we find this humorous, if we haven't explained it well, it was because it was about wrong. It could not have been more wrong.
It was horribly off. But, yeah, those are the things that make the best stories.
They do. Yeah, if we had all paid an equal share and just walked out and went about our business, we'd have nothing to share here.
Yeah. So that leads us to latest news. I'm going to do a quick little hit on something I saw on Facebook.
Oh boy, that lovely social media site that I never log on to. Hi there, Mark Zuckerberg. Is that the guy who created it? Yeah. I don't like your site.
Yeah, how about David Fincher?
I like David Fincher.
Why? He's the guy that directed Social Network.
I don't like David Fincher.
That's what she said. No. Barry. All
right, so back to Bookface.
Yeah. Bookface. I get the feeling I'll see him in a lineup at the police station next Tuesday. What the hell?
Number 6. Can you step forward?
Soderbergh, you're next. Social Network 2. Anyway, MySpace. Anyway.
Yeah, well, the story of failure.
Yeah, right? Anyway, no, so I had seen this posting on Facebook, and it was from your wife. My understanding is some congratulations are in order.
Yeah, absolutely. If we want to share that info, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I accept your congratulations.
And hopefully you'll forward them on to the expectant.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. One of many factors that kind of leads me into where things are today, which is that I have only 2 weeks left in the great state of Vermont, a place that I consider my second home. I will be leaving and on the 16th, actually 2 weeks from today, and one of the reasons is simply as much as I love Vermont, it's a very expensive place to live. If anyone has
Never been
spent,
here.
yeah, if anyone spent any time at all here, and I'm not talking about vacationing, if you attempt to live here, it can be very pricey. So, because my family is growing, I'm going to need all the money I can muster, and that's going to be easier for everyone involved. Back in the state of Ohio, my home state, will be moving there in 2 weeks. And
let's back up a second here. What comprises of your family at the moment?
one wife. Although I never considered more than one, and I always joke to all polygamists, who the hell would want more than one?
My joke to polygamists is if I laid all the girls and cut them in half, I get the part that talks.
Oh, well. Well, okay.
See, I got no luck. I readily admit this on 7 different podcasts, so have fun.
Yeah. Feel free to
dissect that any which way you can. That's what she said.
All
yes.
Right. So as of now, there are 3 in my family. There will be 4, and we'll be located in Ohio, and probably what will be the final large move in my life. I mean, relocating.
Well, let's not, count all the eggs before they hatch. I mean, let's say, for the sake of an argument, that these lead somewhere, and we wind up, or I wind up getting a show of some kind based on it. I dream big, don't I? But if something like that were to come about, I would kind of want you as like the Ed McMahon part, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. I can appear at people's doorsteps telling them they've won the Publishers Clearinghouse. Look at me. Look at this face. Who could say no? It's a face made for radio.
You did do well in silent films, didn't you?
Hey, leave my failed attempted film directing out of this.
How about film acting?
Leave my failed attempted film acting out of this. I want a raspberry.
It wasn't golden either.
No, it was one that was peeled off someone's foot. Now,
it was a hastily put into word.
See, he warned you that we'd get off track.
Yeah, I did. That's what she said too. But anyway, no. Yeah, so as I say, congratulations to you and Mrs. IMHOLT and your other little girl, if she will take it as having a sibling en route.
She's very excited, and I'm going to put her to work.
What glue factory?
Hey now! Well,
no, there's no hay in glue factories.
No, the hay is at the beginning of the process. See, if you feed the hay.
Stockyard,
yeah, there you go. See, starts with hay, it ends with glue.
That's what she said.
Here's to Elmer's.
Super sticky. Yes, Maggie. My dog is requesting to go out, so let's wrap this thing up. So, your latest news is you are leaving on to head to the lovely state of Ohio.
Yes, the Buckeye State.
For cheaper living, I believe.
Yeah, it's it's for that, and also there's going to be the need for a larger support group, and my family is there, and my family is very committed to helping, and my mother, for example, is retiring in June.
I'm so glad you didn't just stop at committed.
No, the good thing is, members of my family,
notice the emphasis.
Yes. But, yeah, we'll have a larger support group, people who will certainly help. And it's always...
have to kill.
Yeah. And it's always good to have have that strong network. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a village